guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's reading, I wanted to get some messages from your spirit guides, and while I was shuffling the deck, I asked for 3 different guides to come out to represent one for each pile. And for pile number 1, we have Rumi. And you also have golden hair, Rutile, which is also known as angel hair. Very pretty crystal. Pile number 2, you have Mary Magdalene, and that is with emerald. Pile number 3, we have Lady Venus, and that is with Moonstone. Alright, pause the video if you need more time to meditate. If you look in the description box, you'll see time stamps for the different piles. Choose the pile that you are most drawn to, or piles, sometimes you are drawn to more than one. There might be messages in more than one pile. Just take what resonates for you and leave the rest with love. I will see you in your readings. One drawn to Rumi in pile number 1, or the golden Rutile angel hair quartz. Look at the stone. Isn't that beautiful? This stone actually connects you to the angelic realm. And Rumi as a choice says a mystical knowing, breaking boundaries, and personal experience of God. And Rumi is a famous poet, songwriter, book writer. Yeah, he's most known for, one of the phrases, and I mean, he's well known, but one of the phrases that are coming to mind is the light enters where the wound is, something like that. But it's pretty much saying that even in our painful experiences, God is always there. There's always light in the painful experiences. And our experiences of God, of Creator, of Source, is something that's very personal. And that the journey to God is a very personal experience. And so what your truth is what's true for you, and not to let society's standards and belief systems dictate what your personal truth is. And sometimes you have to set those personal boundaries where you don't feel obligated to change and convert the way that you believe and the way that you connect to God for anybody else's approval. That you must trust in your personal connection to Source Creator, whatever your personal belief system is, and your personal experiences with the truth of the Creator. Okay? That this is a personal knowing, and that your light that is very unique, and your experience with God is a unique experience, and everybody's is, and to have faith and trust that your experience is what is right for you. Okay, let's get some more messages for you, pile number 1. Messages from your spirit guides. I mean, I love Rumi, that Rumi came out for you. Let's get a different deck. Messages from your spirit guides. Let's work with this one. Pile number 2, and pile number 1. Whoa. Just knocked my crystal out. Okay. Couple of those. What other messages do we have? Pile number 1. Let's do this deck as well. And then we'll start with what we have, okay? Pile number 1. Messages from the spirit guides of the collective. Pile number 1. This card flipped over. Alright, let's see. What do we have? Build in the brakes. Saunter slowly. That's right, take your time. We have be reborn daily. Let go of the past and breathe in your new incarnation. Yeah, I love that. That's beautiful. All right, what else do we have? Synchronicity is a love letter from the universe across time and space. You are at the divine Y point. All right, that's 33. Yeah, you're being asked to take your time. Your spirit guides are letting you know that everything is unfolding according to plan. To rest in the pause when there's a break in the energy, to allow yourself to rest and rejuvenate. And in those moments, to breathe deeply, practice your breath, inhaling, which is very synchronistic. That is the pause. There's a pause in between the inhale and the exhale. And in the pause is where the miracles take place, because it's in the still point where there is nothing. You're in the in-between of what was and what is to be. And in that space is where you can create something new. That is where the seed of creation lies, is in that stillness, in the pause. Okay, and so taking your time before progressing, moving forward, because there's a choice that needs to be made. You're at an impasse at the moment of where you're fixing to cross over from one place of existing, almost like jumping timelines, I want to say, from one state of being into another state of being reborn into a new version of yourself, okay? Or a new way of being, of believing. Your lighthouse guides you home to the stars, all right? That's your personal flame, your inner light. We have Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. That's right. You know the truth that lies in your heart, and follow your heart, follow your truth, follow your wisdom, your intuition, the guidance from your guides, from God, Creator. We have Shaman, trust in the higher forces. Exactly. You have a deep connection with Source, with God, with Creator. And you're being asked to remain solid in your foundation, in the truth of knowing that you are divinely connected and that you are being guided. We have the present. I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. Here we go. No longer having to look to the past for any more tools or any more lessons. Having learned the lessons, healed from the lessons of the past, and understanding what you were learning through those experiences, understanding the pain, understanding the reasons behind the experience, and extracting that gold and extracting the wisdom so that you can be here in the present moment where you can create the future that you want. That's where the gift is. And we have Crystal Ascension. I am attuned to the universal wisdom and energy of the Crystal Kingdom. There is this, you're going to be anchoring in this divine connection, like higher awareness, higher spiritual consciousness into the physical plane, and solidifying your resolve of knowing that you are divinely connected and that your truth has a solid foundation. And holding on to that solid foundation and your personal connection. And every day is a new beginning. Every day is a choice to create something new. Every day we can start over. Not to, if we fall back into an old pattern or an old belief system, not to get caught up in those moments, to allow ourselves to make a mistake. When you're catching yourself, that is the breakthrough, because you have brought your awareness to something that you know needs to shift. And at the moment that you can bring your awareness to that moment, immediately you're already creating a shift in the receptors, your brain receptors they normally follow a pattern and a rhythm. And when you disrupt that pattern and that rhythm, it creates a disruption in the sequence, so to say, right? Which is the goal. You want to keep disrupting the pattern so that you can create a break in the pattern, and then you shift into a new pattern and a new way of seeing and a new way of believing and thinking and being. Okay, I love this. You could be a star seed, and your truth of believing in, extraterrestrials. I believe in extraterrestrials. I believe there's a lot of us here on the planet. I myself believe I am from the stars. And you can be one of those star seeds and know that you are from the stars and that you're, a little bit different and your truth is your own. It doesn't matter what anybody else believes or not. There's plenty of people out there who believe in extraterrestrials and star seeds and light workers and everything. There's not any one road to God. There are very many paths to God, and it is what understanding and finding one that works for you. And as long as you aren't hurting anybody and you're in your heart and doing what you are being guided to do in every moment and being of service to others, there is no wrong in that at all. Love is love and it is something that is meant to be shared with everyone. And our wisdom is something that if there's any way that we can help people, then that is our duty, to be in service to one another, but not at the detriment of our own health and well-being, of course. But that is learning the balanced way and walking that centered path and trusting that you're always being guided and that you are where you are meant to be and that you are meeting who you are meant to be meeting in these divine moments, okay? Let's get some more messages from your spirit guides. I'm going to do these or these. Let's go with this one, actually. Messages from the spirit guides, pile number 1, please. Yeah, you may have done a lot of healing work on the past. Very connected and tuned in. We have pure intention. The fairy of manifestations will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intentions for the highest good of all. That's right. When you know who you are, when you know that you're acting out of your heart and what you're being guided to do, have faith and lean into that, because that is our divine innocence in a way where we truly see the good in all and we want to help others, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is a beautiful thing, to want to be in service to others and to help where we can. That is a beautiful intention. Ooh, we have abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks that you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. Ooh, there is. There's always enough for everyone. Yeah, pay attention to synchronicities, because you're going to be, that's going to be your sign for when the abundance is coming in. Your guides are going to be sending you different synchronicities. That could be angel numbers, things just lining up. You could mention something and then all of a sudden you come across it. Pay attention to animals, just different messages. However your guides speak to you. Sometimes it's through music. Different people resonate with things coming on the radio, and you just hear certain lyrics that all of a sudden will bring a truth for you, or they just resonate differently. Even though you've heard that song many times, it all of a sudden just clicks something inside, and it's almost like you're a trigger to awaken a certain level of consciousness in your being, to remind you of something, kind of like an alarm that you set for yourself along the way to, at this moment I want to hear this message at this time, and it's going to remind me of this, right? So that's what those moments are kind of like for you. We have ask for help. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. Always ask for assistance. We are always asked to ask our angels for help and support and protection. They're not allowed to interfere with our missions, our life purpose, without us asking them to help us, to guide us, or to give us a sign or something like that, or have strength, whatever it is. They are not allowed to intervene unless we're asking them in some way. They can't do that. That's part of the laws. And it's almost like once you've been on the healing journey, and you kind of experienced this yourself to a degree. I'm not saying anybody's better than anybody, but sometimes, like, you can't tell people, and awaken people before their time's ready. Because some people can't hear your wisdom unless they're ready and open to receive the wisdom. Some people just kind of blow you off. Some people are half listening. Some people like to just nod their head and say yes, yes, yes to everything that you're saying. But then they turn around and do the opposite of that, and so it's kind of like your message and your wisdom are falling on deaf ears. And that's where you have to learn not to expel your energy and give to those who aren't ready to receive. People who are seeking will come and ask the questions, and their actions will back up their words. So somebody who's looking for help and wanting help will ask, and then they'll act on that wisdom and that advice, right? So it's kind of this, in a way, very much like that. Angels have to be asked for help. They can't just intervene, because there's some lessons and some things that we have to go through and experience, and there's really no shortcuts. We can't just get all the answers to a test that we need to pass, and we need to have this understanding in order to graduate and move on to another level of awareness. Okay, let's see. Any more guidance from the spirit guides of pile number 1? I just need one more card, please. Okay, 2 cards. Let's see. We have new beginnings. The fairy grandmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby on the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. Okay, so there's something new that you're going to be creating and bringing forth, and this new beginning is going to be what brings about this abundance, okay? So there's something that you need to be nurturing, and that could be yourself, could be nurturing your inner child so that you can bring forth this wisdom that you have, or something that's going to come in to your awareness through asking for help, through asking for this intervention or wisdom or guidance or some direction. All right. And then we have light. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation, and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Isn't that awesome? Because that is exactly what Rumi says. Like within our pain, there is light to every situation. You just have to go within and retrieve it. There's wisdom. It's like buried treasure. And there's all these ghosts and demons and shadows and things that are very scary to the naked eye. But when you get in there and you observe them, it's just a bunch of scared children, that are just reacting and trying to scare people away through their reactions, and appearing to be big and bad, and really they're just hurt little kids in there. And when you really understand where the pain is coming from, that's where the wisdom comes in, and that's where you can extract that light and that love and be able to embrace all of everyone, and you have that unconditional love and compassion for others, even though they're not acting from their highest light or their divine self and that beautiful soul that you see in their heart space. They were all, they're all divine. They're all created from source. They were all children once until something happened to them that made them, change the way that they see and believe things about the world and how they treat others. And it's through their painful experiences. And it's not to give them an excuse. By all means, set up boundaries, because not everybody is playing on the same level of, love everyone and take care of everyone and see the good and all. Not everybody is acting from that space. Some people are just, out for themselves and survival of the fittest, and they're very greedy and very, very selfish natured. So just set up those healthy boundaries and work with those who are trying to help and do better, and you know, their actions are speaking louder than their words as far as being in service to one another. All right, pile number 1, those are your messages from your spirit guides. Please take what resonates for you. I'd love to have you back in future readings. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you feel, if you feel that you would like to share some of your story. We'd love to hear from you. I'd love to have you back. Y'all take care and have a great day. Pile number 2, everyone who was drawn to Mary Magdalene and the Emerald Stone. And I love that this card came out with the Emerald Crystal. I had picked the crystals first and then shuffled the cards and asked for 3 guides for the readings, and Mary came out with the Emerald. If you're not familiar, there is a sacred order under the Emerald, I think it's the Emerald Covenant, and Mary is part of that covenant, and it is a group of souls and ascended masters and everything that are on a particular path of love and mercy and grace. And Mary Magdalene is a sacred vessel for the divine feminine. She was known as Yeshua's counterpart, higher being, divine counterpart. So the mother, father, divine feminine, divine masculine energies, and pretty much like his wife. And her message says that you are the answer. Be guided to your purpose. So there is a divine calling for you, pile number 2. And let's get some more cards to see what Mary Magdalene, what wisdom she has to share with you. She's a very clairvoyant guide. So you may be getting an upgrade to your clairvoyancy, tapping into your intuition, your feminine side, and being very receptive, and teaching how to follow your truth, standing up for women's equal rights, and honoring the divine feminine as an equal partnership to the divine masculine. And there might be some higher calling for you in that aspect. Let's see. Let's get some more cards for you. Let's put some of these messages from the spirit guides for pile number 2. What messages did the spirit guides for pile number 2 have? I like to wait for the cards to jump out of the deck to reveal themselves. Messages for pile number 2. Let me fix this real quick. Okay. Let me reshuffle. Wow. Alright, these just flew across the table. Alright, I need a few more. And then we'll see what your messages are. Messages from the spirit guides, pile number 2. Alright, let's see what we have. We have Earth Angel. I am a guardian of Mother Earth and protect all who live on her. Yeah, that is your calling. There is something that you have experienced, some pain that you've overcome, some perspective that you have, that you're meant to bring here to Earth. You were here and came here to help heal Mother Earth and be a custodian for the Earth. We have Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Yeah. This may resonate with some of you, star beings, star seeds who've come to the planet to help ground in this Christ consciousness. You could be a member of that, the Council of Light, somebody who's working with the Council of Light to bring and anchor in these divine feminine codes, these divine Christ consciousness codes, where the heart, unconditional love, and the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine create that Christ consciousness. We have this shaman, trust in the higher forces. And there's a lot of wisdom that you've come here to share. We have the quest, plunge boldly into life. I love it. And this is card number 2. So we have the balance of the masculine and the feminine energies. And Earth Angel is number 7. And that is a very spiritual calling. Alright, we have there's no place like home. Nestle into the sweetness. Yeah, you might be finding, bliss in your heart space, finding your true purpose. Some of you may be longing for your home in the stars. We have North Star, flip your inner light switch. Exactly, it's time for you to own your divine purpose. And this is a quest. You're on a quest for your divine purpose. And part of our purpose is to teach from what we've experienced and what we've learned and share our wisdom through the traumas that we have overcome in our life, and to share our wisdom of how we survived, how we achieved our wisdom through those experiences. What got us through, how did we survive it? We have you were born to create. Now there's something that you're here to bring forth into the earth realm. There's some divine codes. There's a seed that you have in your DNA, in your wisdom, and your offering that you're meant to share. Yeah, there's some high vibrational energies. We have a dragon here, and those are very ancient beings, and they have a lot of wisdom that they bring to the earth realm, and they work with the higher frequencies, like very high frequencies in the cosmos, and they help ground them here on the planet Earth. And they can also go into the lower dimensions and bring that light and bring that wisdom into those lower realms. And they're one of the only beings that can traverse both realms like that and go as low as they can, and also go ascend into the higher levels. We have trust in the magic. You could be also one of those beings. You might resonate as being a dragon or working with the dragons, where they can perceive the light within the shadows. You're able to see the divine within the shadow realm, within the darkness, within somebody's pain. You're able to see their light and understand where their pain comes from. And there's messages in the darkness, and so there's a lot of wisdom that you have. And we have protect the wild and the green. Yeah, you are a protector of planet Earth, and for all of Earth's creatures, for the earthly realm, for the higher realms. You're here to bring in that truth, that divine truth, and anchor it in. You are a warrior of light, pile number 2. I love that. If you didn't know, now you do. You have a lot of wisdom within you, and a lot of feminine beauty, a lot of nurturing aspects to your soul. You have a lot of compassion and a lot of unconditional love for others, and you're able to see past people's pain, but you're still able to set those healthy boundaries and know when somebody is taking advantage or trying to manipulate you into getting what they want. You're able to see beyond that, still have compassion for that soul, but you're not playing any games. You're not playing their games. You're not feeding into that. Yeah, you're being called to step into your divine purpose. Number 2, that is your message from Mary Magdalene. There's because we have purpose and we have the North Star, and there's no place like home. So you're coming into alignment with your soul purpose, coming into alignment with your soul, and connecting to that higher purpose. All right, let's get a few more messages for you. See if we can get any more further guidance. Which deck do we want to work with? Let's go with this one. We have crystal angels. Messages from the spirit guides of pile number 2. Messages. No? You want to work with this deck? Okay. These angels prefer to speak to you right now. Oh. Pile number 2, please. Messages from the spirit guides of pile number 2. Let's see. And this one. So the first one that flew out says acceptance. Alright, see yourself and others through the, I can't see what this says, through the eyes of, what is this? Let me angle my light a little bit better. Okay, there we go. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone in their highest to their highest potential. Sorry about that, y'all. This one is scary. Let me make sure that the light isn't so bright for you guys. I don't want to cast too much of a light against the card. Okay. So yeah, acceptance. You have this big, beautiful heart that is very accepting of others, and you understand people's suffering, you understand their pain, and you're willing to get in there and walk them through their pain. So you are definitely a healer, a shaman, somebody that's come here with a quest to help those who are trapped in the karmic cycle and the repetitive cycle of pain and trauma and those lower vibrations, and to help bring understanding and healing to those people in suffering. We have time to go. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. Yeah, it's time to let go of maybe an old path, an old dream, an old way of seeing and doing, or maybe of seeing yourself, or maybe you've been hiding yourself away a little bit, and it's time for you to move forward and follow your true calling. Alright, then we have assertiveness. This situation can be healed gently and with love, as you've requested, yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you, and as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. Okay, so what I feel from this is there might be people in your life who might make you feel like, your truth is not correct, and it's just because we all have our own connection to source and to spirit and God, to the creator, and everybody's connection is what is right for them. And there's many paths to God, source, creator, whatever you want to call the higher power, the source of all. It's all love in a sense. It's just love, and it just is. And everybody has their own purpose. Everybody has their own path, and you're meant to stand in the truth, knowing that this is your calling. And don't let anybody shame you or guilt you or plant any kind of fear in your mind that says that this isn't right. You know in your heart that you are guided by your heart and by source, and source has been guiding you to your soul's calling. Reward yourself. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make time to reward yourself in meaningful ways. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation in a constant high level. That's right. Make sure that you're not overgiving, that you are taking time for yourself. You've been somebody who's been doing a lot of work with others and doing a lot of healing and helping the others heal, but make sure that you replenish yourself too, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So when we're tapping into that feminine energy, you have to make sure that you're loving yourself and you're giving yourself that time and that relaxation and opening yourself up to receive the blessings that are meant to be coming your way. Because Source also rewards us for the hard work, for everything that we're putting out there. And there's tools and there's blessings that we're meant to receive that helps us continue moving forward on that journey. All right? Let's get a few more messages from Source and then we'll end your reading, pile number 2. More messages from the Spirit Guides for pile number 2, please. Perfect. Right. We have trusting. Today I trust in God no matter what happens. As my day unfolds, I will remember to remain in harmony. I will maintain my sense of humor and I will keep my focus on God's love for me. In these ways, I will minimize drama and increase my inner spiritual strength. There you go. Trust that you're always being guided. Have faith that you're protected and that this path is meant for you. We have unconditional love. Today, I choose to see the light in everyone. I seek the divine in each being and I accept others as they are. I bring compassion to all my brothers and sisters of the light. I offer unconditional love to everyone I meet. I join my soul with theirs as we may grow together in universal love. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, to come out with Mary Magdalene, that is perfect. And we have the cross right here, and this is the connection of the spiritual and the physical realm, as well as the masculine and the feminine. And this is what creates that center connection, the connection to all there is, okay? And we have hope. As I enter the great school of life, I hold tight to my faith in God. God's love guides me and guards me in every situation I encounter. Regardless of what I confront, I trust in my true nature. Today, I welcome life. I know the light will always return, and there will always be infinite possibilities for me. I love that. Is beautiful. Pile number 2. Hope is always there, and hope is what has gotten you through so many hardships, so many lessons in life, right? And hope is something that we can always hold on to. Sometimes we may lose our faith, but there is always hope. All right, pile number 2, your spirit guides are saying that you have a higher calling and it's time for you to step on that path and to activate your purpose if you haven't already, and that this purpose is definitely divinely inspired and meant for you. Thank you so much for being here on the planet and offering your wisdom, your time, and your grace and your love. I look forward to having you back. Please comment in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story if this resonates with you. Y'all take care. Have a blessed day. Number 3, everybody who chose the Lady Venus pile, along with the Rainbow Moonstone, this is your reading. Now with Lady Venus, she is the queen of the Venusians, which is a council of light or light beings that live on planet Venus, believe it or not. And she is a bringer of higher consciousness, so you may be getting an activation, and the card here even says light activation, call to action, power surge, and earth mission. So you might be receiving insights or downloads or messages in your sleep, in your dream time, or when you're resting. You might just be receiving downloads of information or just elevated awareness and consciousness right now. And you may be also being called to begin your earth mission or to discover your life purpose. So let's get some more cards just to get some more clarity on what your message is for today. Pile number 3. Alright, at the end of the pile, the collective of pile number 3. What are their messages? I'm going to get a few cards from a few different decks. And then we'll see what we have. Pile number 3, please. Spirit guides, please tap it in and collect. Okay, let's do some of you guys. Pile number 3. And the Venus is a planet that is ruled by high frequency feminine energies, so you may have some relation to that as your mission of bringing in these higher feminine frequencies. Alright, let's get a few of these and then we'll see what your reading is so far. Maybe one more card for pile number 3. And I love that we have Moonstone. Moonstone is a very receptive mineral. It helps you to tune into your emotions and to be open to receiving. So you're being asked to be open to receive these downloads and this information. We have you are invited. Suit up, show up, and open up. Yeah, you're about to be receiving some information about your calling, your soul purpose, and what it is. And so you're being asked to be open and receptive, and that may mean that you need to take some time out. And look, we have the call, honor the whisper of your soul. And here we have this woman who is holding this light in her hand, holding it up to her ear. So yeah, you are receiving the call. You're being called to action right now. We have from fear to fuel, stand still and own your power. I like that one. So coming up out of the darkness, coming up, rising up out of fear, and letting those shadows bring in the light, letting go of the old. Yes. You're being asked to let go of maybe an old way of seeing and perceiving or even doing something. Maybe the old way of living, and you're being asked to rise up and begin your mission here on the planet. Your fire guardian, ignite your passions. Yeah, that has to do with our light, your fire. What are you passionate about? We have spirit box, trust your talents in changing times. That is going to be like your guidance, is to follow your passions. What are you passionate about, and igniting those passions and bringing that fire, that passionate energy into this new beginning, into this this passion that you're about to be embarking on, the hero of your cosmic journey. Yeah, there's a new beginning for you. I love that. Your truth, standing in your truth. What else do we have? I am galactic starseed blooming. Oh, it's what you've come here to do. Okay, so you are a star being, a star seed. If this resonates for you, you've been doing your alchemical work. You are coming into the Phoenix rising. You've been doing the shadow work. You're coming out of a phase and stepping into a new aspect of yourself. And so you're going to be receiving some more information, more downloads, further steps along the path of what you're being asked to do. And it's something that you're going to be very passionate about. And it's something that is very needed here on the new earth, because time, earth is shifting, and it's going to be a completely different place for us all to exist on. And so there's some codes, some information that you have access to that is going to help bring forth this beautiful new earth. Okay, let's see what else we have. Ask wonderfully and receive graciously. And if you're not sure what that is, be open to asking your guides. You can even ask Lady Venus, since she is here. Ask if she has any further information for you about what this new beginning is, what talents you should be bringing forth. It might be something that you used to do in your childhood, or something that you don't really think that you're talented at. And sometimes these things have a way about surprising you. Sometimes it's something that you really enjoy doing, and it just lights you up when you think about doing it. And sometimes you may question, like, how can this be something that is meant to be a contribution to the collective? And sometimes it's not the act itself, it's the energy that you exude while you're doing it. And that's what's needed to help anchor in these higher frequencies to earth. It is an energetic place, is that feeling of love and joy and passion and excitement that is very much lacking in the world that we see today. And today we see a lot of, a lot of fear. Everybody is driven by fear. Everybody's worried about how they're going to pay their bills, and what's coming up ahead, what's next on the journey. I just noticed that my camera is a little crooked. Let me try zooming out a little bit. I'm sorry, pound number 3. I should have double checked that this was correct. That looks better. Okay. I'm sure that looks better for you too. You can see all of your cards a little bit more. But yes, there's some wisdom that you hold from having gone through this transformation, how overcoming your fears, and you're meant to bring something forward, and you're meant to overcome your fear about sharing this gift and sharing these talents, and to trust yourself that you have all the skills needed and required to act on this mission, to fulfill your soul purpose. We have cleaning house. I was going to go over here with our endings. Time to clear. Maybe you might want to sage your aura, sage your home, kind of maybe do a little bit of purging, get your house ready, clear your house out. We are coming into the autumn season. We probably got maybe 4 weeks to go, 4 or 5 weeks before we hit the autumn equinox. So now would be a good time for you to start maybe purging, get rid of some old things that you're no longer going to be using. They're no longer, you're no longer passionate about them. Some old clothes that you're holding on to that you're not really going to wear, and start just kind of decluttering your space. And when you do that, you make room for some new energies to come in, and that can include cutting cords from anybody who's been in your life that's no longer serving you, some old memories that just keep coming up, and reminiscing on the past, things like that. It's time to let some things go so that you can embrace this new beginning, this new passionate, soul-filled mission that you're about to embark on. And some of these things can't go further on the journey with you. Some things need to be put down and set aside, because you don't want to be carrying all this baggage, stepping up on this new mountain that you're about to embark on. It's a little, some tools aren't necessary for this new path that you're heading towards, okay? So we have metamorphosis. Look at that. You are changing. You are blooming. We'll put that over here. I love that with the flowers that we have. Yeah, this is a 10. This is the end of the old. And then we have 7. Very spiritual awakening here. Where are you, pile number 3? Lots of new perspectives are going to come in. You might even be looking at the past and having a new perspective on the situations, on things that you've overcome and been through, and having these higher perspectives and awareness of, why you were going through these experiences, and the tools that you were gaining through those experiences. And they have helped you learn a little bit more about yourself so that you could stand in your truth and trust your instincts and trust your intuition, and maybe hone in on your gifts, on your power, and on your strength. And then we have balancing act. Yeah, and it's card number 11. So yeah, it's to you're being asked to balance both worlds right now. And we have the infinity symbol here too. So this is the connection of the physical and the spiritual. And to exist in the physical, but not, it's like be more of an observer of the physical, because it is a reflection of the spiritual. I don't want to cover this up, so I think I'm just going to set it down here. Receive graciously. Yeah, so you want to have to be open to receiving, but also acting on any of this guidance, any energetic information that comes forth, or acting on your instincts when you're told right now to here's an opportunity. You want to be able to act on that opportunity when an opportunity arises. But when the body, or when you need a break, or you feel like you've been working too hard and you may be experiencing a little bit of burnout, because sometimes that can happen when you get super excited about something and you get like really super gung-ho, I'm gonna do this, I'm on a mission and I'm so excited about it and I just want to give and give and give and do my part, and that can lead to burnout. Like you're just burning up and having so much energy and using so much of your energy and not really replenishing your soul enough, and definitely can break you down a little bit. So make sure that it is a balancing act. Make sure that you're taking time out to rest and to be open to receiving and rejuvenating that body and listening to further guidance, so that you can receive more guidance and more downloads, more information. Or if you need to shift the way that you're perceiving things, you got to be able to slow down enough to be able to hear and listen to that guidance that you're going to be receiving. Yeah, so, and sometimes, when you do get this downloads, like all of a sudden you get an energy rush, and it's like what they call, it is a power surge. It is a lot of energy coming in, and sometimes when there is a lot of energy, it can be almost discombobulating, where like your head is feeling like there's a lot of pressure, and sometimes, your body starts to ache in different spots, and that can just mean that there might be a little, energetic debris that's a little denser, and it just needs to filter out of your system. So you just need to rest and relax. And if there's any emotions that are coming up, just allow yourself to accept those feelings and let them purge out. Don't analyze them or focus on them or try to hold on to them. Just allow yourself to integrate them and then let them flow away, because emotions are energy in motion, and they're meant to be fluid and moving, not to be held onto and pushed down and ignored. They need to just move and flow out. And once you express them and release them, you feel so much better, and it creates more of an energetic flow. There's no dam in the stream or the energetic energies that are trying to flow through you. So just allow yourself to be in that flow state of your transformation. Okay, let's get some more information. Which one is it? Is it this pile number 3? Can we get some more guidance from the spirit guides of pile number 3? Alright, thank you. We have release and surrender. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. Yeah, allow yourself to be able to receive pile number 3 and release and surrender to anything that's coming up, any emotions, any memories of the past, anything that you've been through that was a struggle, that was really, really hard, and it was hard for you to even go through at the moment. And sometimes you weren't even allowed to express how you were feeling, or how scared you were, or how hurt you were in the moment that you were experiencing it, because in that moment you were called to be strong, maybe for yourself or for others who are around you. And so sometimes these emotions come up because they need to be purged out of the system, so that new beautiful blessings can enter. And this can be something that's blocking the energy from flowing. So just allow yourself to release, and it's okay to cry. Cry is healing. It is it's very magical. Even in our tears produce a hormone that is very healing and soothing for the soul. Is a pain reliever. So allow yourself to cry if you need to cry, and surrender to these energies. Surrender to where you're being guided to go. We have reward yourself. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential in keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistently high level. Exactly. I love when the cards reflect what we are talking about. You've definitely been somebody who has been giving of your heart and always wanting to do your best. And your guides are telling you it is time for you to receive now. because you've been doing the work, you have done the work, and now it's okay for you to let go some and allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to receive all these blessings that are meant to come your way. And if you're always, still giving in that mindset of, I gotta do, I gotta give, and I gotta wake people up, I gotta share the message, I gotta, help others and stuff like that, but your energy levels aren't exactly, peak level. You need to rest and allow yourself to receive, because there's something that needs to be making its way to you, and you might be blocking that energy off and actually like prohibiting yourself from all the blessings that are trying to get to you by you pushing the energy away. We have noticed the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. Sorry. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. Oh, I love that for you, pile number 3. You are never alone. Your guides are always with you. They're wanting you to know that. You may be seeing feathers, you may be seeing coins. There could be numbers, there could be animals, whatever it is that is a sign for you, things that have a spiritual significance. Pay attention to those, and when you see them, thank your guides for giving you that reminder that they are with you and that they are supporting you. You can have ancestors that are behind you, that are rooting for somebody in their family to be the one who does this work, who like digs in and says, no, I'm not going to treat my family that way, I'm not going to treat my loved ones this way, I can't do people wrong, I have to stand in my truth and my authenticity, and I don't care what other people think. And having that courage to stand up to what you believe is morally wrong. We need so many more people like that, and they are very hard to find when we're so scattered around the globe, and there's so many of us that are here doing this work. So I want you to know that you are not alone, and thank you so much for being who you are, pile number 3. I'm giving you a big hug. Ground yourself. When you detach from awareness, when you detach from the awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it is pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you to balance the spiritual and the material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. Yeah, like I was saying, with the balance of the spiritual and the physical, you have to make sure that you are staying in balance, making sure that you're grounded, that you're spending time in nature, or creating some downtime for yourself where you can just rest and connect and be in a state of mind where the mind's not chatty Cathy or trying to make you work and exude energy. You need to be in a space where you're in a receptive flow of just going with the flow, not trying to push anything, not trying to exert the energy. You're just here existing and being a part of it. And it's not saying you don't have to have like an intention, because your intention, everybody needs to have a goal or mindset, but it's not to like push it and to force things. It is to allow things to unfold and have an intention of a goal, yes. But when you're not feeling so hot and you've been doing enough work, try to schedule that downtime. It is very necessary for self-care, to take care of you, because you are very important, you are very needed, and you're not going to be able to fulfill your mission if you have no energy behind the wheel. So take some time out, make that a priority, and schedule some time for you and yourself so that you have that downtime, so that you can bring in this transformation, so you can bring in this light activation and these downloads, so you can be open to receiving this purpose and this mission. Your blessing in the skies, what appears to be a problem, is actually part of your answered prayers. You'll understand the reason behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom, and to answer your prayer in the best way. Yeah, and sometimes, you can have, this is what I would really like to happen, and not always is that the thing that happens for us, and it happens in a weird kind of way. Believe me, I know. And you're like, I don't understand. Why am I being blocked? This doesn't make sense. I thought this is what I was supposed to be doing. And it's not for you. Like sometimes we can try to overanalyze, and that's our mind. Our mind wants all control and wants to know how things are going to work out, and what's the game plan and all this. And sometimes, like, Source has a better plan for us than we can have, and there's a even a better way of doing things than we can possibly imagine and understand. And maybe what we want is just like a small fraction of the possibility of what we can achieve. And so we have to surrender to the hows and the whys and the whens, and just be in that place of going with the flow. This is where working with the water element comes into place. You might be somebody who has a lot of fire energy, and you're like a very energetic person. And I know this is me. I have this. This might be my pile because I feel very emotionally connected to this pile. And it has been really, really hard to be in that flow mindset, because when I was younger, we were always taught to, you have to work hard to get anywhere in life and to be successful. I grew up very, very, what society would consider poor, in the sense that we didn't have a lot of money. But for me, I didn't ever see things that way when I was younger. I didn't understand how society functioned. I didn't understand why we had to pay for land and why we had to pay for electricity. If somebody figured out a way for us all to have electricity, then why are we paying for it? I don't understand. If it was an invention that somebody made, why do we have to pay someone anything like that? Like, if this was created by God, why are we paying for land? It made no sense. Even as a young child, I did not understand the rules of this planet. And I have to figure out where I was going. Oh yeah. So for me, like, we had animals because we had a subsidize, what is it called? Can't think of the word. Anyways, we had to grow our own food just to help with the bills and the finances and everything like that, so that we were kind of living off the land. We always had a garden. We always had chickens and stuff like that. And for me, that was all normal. And then as I started getting in I got bullied a lot in school too. But, people are not nice, and they tend to make us see things differently than the way that we do. And so, you kind of just retreat a little bit because you see things differently, and not a lot of people are like you, which is, if you're anybody like me, I just kind of hid myself a little bit because everybody else seemed to be that way, and I was completely different. So, but a lot of those things have taught me a lot, and I have grown so much, and now I'm being asked to be my authentic self, and to see sometimes things work out better than you think, and things, like when they go wrong, they're actually going right. You're kind of being redirected where you're meant to go. So surrender and be in that flow state. Because I've been working on this for over 2 years now, of connecting to the water element and those energies, and it is such a beautiful element. I'm gonna tell you, it is such a better feeling. Me, myself, I feel so much better because, like I said, I've always had to work very, very hard and to be successful. And when I realized that I wasn't doing anything for me, and I felt like, well, who am I now? And where do I fit in? What about my health? What about my needs? What about my wants? And I didn't really have anywhere in my life where I was fitting myself in. And then now I've made myself a priority. I've created myself a sacred space here on my property. And I schedule time in, if not every day, at least several days during the week, where I devote a few hours of my time to just be in my own energy, away from everybody else, where nobody needs me. And I just connect with Mother Earth, and I connect with nature, the animals, the insects, the trees, the sky, and everything like that. And it feels so good. So I definitely urge you to find something that you can connect to, that slows your mind down, that helps you be more connected to the present moment and in touch with who you are as a person. Okay, let me get back to your reading. We have ground yourself. Awesome. When you detach from the awareness of your body in the physical world, you become ungrounded. Wasn't this in another one? Did I reread this? Although it's pleasant to float heavenward. Yes, I didn't put this one on the table. I put it over here. That is so funny. Let me get one more card so that this is a little more balanced. Let's see. But that is so funny. Yeah, it just helps you to ground so that you're not so much in your head space. And that way you can make better decisions from a grounded perspective instead of, in a fearful place of worrying about the future. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside today, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. Bingo! Thank you so much for that confirmation, Spirit Guides. All right, pile number 3. So you're going to be receiving some information, some downloads about your purpose and your mission here on planet Earth, and release any fears or emotions that you have about the past or how things are going to work out for you in the future. You want to trust your instincts, lean into your passions, into your heart, and watch out for the signs, because you're going to be being guided through this transformation, through this metamorphosis that you're coming into. And I'm so happy for you. You are blooming. You're coming into your power. Pile number 3. I hope this reading has resonated with y'all today. If so, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'd love to have you back for future readings. Y'all take care. Have a blessed day.